Hello and welcome to another draft video here on YouTube. My name is Ethan, also known as Lord Tupperware. We are doing a triple Ixalan booster here, about a week and a half into the format being live online. And a few cards jump out at me. Vanquish the Week I still have pegged as the best common in the format. A couple good uncommons, though maybe built around with Walker, Armasaur, and Siren Stormtamer is a solid one drop. I have not gotten to play with Maverick Fine, but I'm going to grab it here and be aware that a Legion Conquistador could wheel, a card that has gone up for me, and also a Skyblade Legion. So a couple of weak vampire payoffs, but strong vampire cards if you are in that deck. Here, I think, again, what I've pegged as the second best common in the set, Territorial Hammerskull, is going to be my pick. Not only is it on color, but it's very, very strong. Maybe on raw power level, Marauding Looter is a stronger card, but 2-color commitment is not really where I want to be at the start of a draft. And Thematic Compass is a card I have played with, and I have played against, and has been serviceable, but is a little clunky, and this format can run you over faster than you can activate this. So I think I'm going to stick with the Hammerskull here. And as we are seeing in Ixalan packs, I mean, just the power level drops off markedly after those cards. Yeah, I mean, we've got some fine playables with Daggertooth and Siren's Ruse and Interloper and Seeker, but nothing exciting at all. So we'll grab Hammerskull and be happy about it. Okay, so I'm not really seeing a ton of vampire cards. I do see a Pterodon Knight, which is cute with Hammerskulls, you know, like a red-white dinosaur deck. Other options are Grazing Whiptail, Pounce, Wild Growth Walker, River Sneak. I mean, this is the Dirtle in me talking about Wild Growth Walker. It's also River Sneak for a blue-white tempo aggro deck, though I wonder if blue-white wants to be a bit more on the controlling side. This is a pick I'm not really sure about. My default is to just take Pterodon Knight, but it's so unexciting. But maybe if we get a critical mass of Hammerskulls, it could be okay. I'd also hate to like pigeonhole myself into white this early. But I don't really love going white-green with these aggressive low-to-the-ground creatures that we have. I think I'm going to wait a pick to figure out what our second color is going to be and stick with the Pterodon Knight here. All right, well, we see a Contract Killing fourth, which I am going to take as a bit of a black signal, though we haven't seen much black yet. Not a ton of white. Sunrise Seeker and Kinjali's Collar, not really where I want to be. There's a Windstrider as like a fine flying finisher for a blue deck. Jade Guardian is good, especially if you have some One with the Winds or Mark of the Vampires. And Sleek Schooner's gone up for me. I'm just going to nab this Contract Killing. Alright, so there's one Conquistador. Now, I'm not sure when you're supposed to take these or how highly you're supposed to take these, because I do think they've gone significantly up. And here's why. So I was pretty low on this in the set review. I think I gave it like a C- or a D+. And I think because the format is pretty much full of just like derpy cards, that a 2-2 that can find a couple more 2-2s is still pretty good. And I think that's where I'm going to want to land on it here, and I'm going to grab it and hope that the one from our first pack wheels. I'd still like to make this Maverick Fine work. Certainly grab a Skyblade of the Legion here. Really good card with Maverick, I don't know how you say it. Big Butt Brontodon has still not come together for me, and there's a Commune as well, and a Queen's Agent, but not what I want. Pretty happy to grab this 2-drop here. Oh, so I'm sort of interested in grabbing Bellowing Aegisaur here over Queen's Commission. And the reason is, one, we don't know what our second color is, so it could end up in green or red to help to trigger Enrage. And two, we've already got one Pterodon Knight. And three, it's very good if you've got a bunch of 1/1 lifelinkers hanging around. So I think I'm going to grab, all those add up to me wanting to grab Aegisaur here. And interesting. Well, white is certainly open, so that feels very good to me. A terrible rare, another terrible rare. Raptor Companion is interesting, though not where I want to be. And Shauna's Wayfinder, it seems late for what I have pegged as the best green common. But I'm just going to grab Sheltering Light, actually, as a 1-mana trick. I think that's the strongest white card there. And we did wield the Conquistador. The question is, am I supposed to just take Skyblade instead? And I don't know. But I think now that we already have one, I think we just want to grab this other one. And if we can rid the first pack of them, then I think any subsequent ones that get open are going to go late. So we sort of plant our foot as the Legion Conquistador player. Sideboard card if we're in green, but we'll just take a Sunrise Seeker. Card's fine. Again, like, I don't love it, but not opposed to playing it as I perhaps once was when I thought this format was a bit better than it was or a bit slower than it was. But the power level is just so flat. The 5-mana 3/3 that draws you a land is pretty good, or a 5-mana 4/4 Vigilance with Scry 1 is pretty good. All right, we got a Blight Keeper on the wheel. I'll grab that over any of those red cards. I don't think black is going to be where where we'll end up. Probably hope to not run Sunrise Seeker at the moment. Again, I'm not sure about the... So there's one Ryle if we do end up in red for our Aegisaur. I'm not sure about the Conquistador over Skyblade pick. Certainly I would rather have Skyblade most of the time. Big Buck Brontodon going last. No. Well, that's going to pull me pretty hard into green. This is a bomb. Like, just a straight up bomb. A problem in these games and in these decks is that you can flood pretty hard. So like the days of cycling lands are gone. And so when you have powerful mana sinks like Waker of the Wilds that are just like good cards on their own, like a 4-mana 3/3, these are cards that I value very highly. The bummer here is that we're passing so many very strong white cards for our deck. Sky Marcher, Emissary, and Bishop Soldier are all cards we would be thrilled to take first pick here. Which gives me hope that one of them wheels, because it's a pretty strong pack otherwise. I mean, a couple good black cards, some good green cards, blue. So I think that we might end up wheeling that. Now, we may end up not being in green, but I'm going to grab Waker here and see where we end up in this pack. So now I see an Anointed Deacon, which is a good vampire payoff, so maybe I'm about to get wrecked with my Waker of the Wilds pick. So I'm going to grab the Deacon here. Deacon plus Contract Killing is very strong. There's also a chance that if we're in green, we can splash for Deacon if we end up in green-white. But I'm just going to grab the Deacon here. There's not much else to talk about other than like New Horizons. Alright, so here we've got a Snapping Sailback, a Paladin of the Bloodstained, and a Shining Aerosaur. I think I'm going to grab this Paladin. Now, the Aerosaur is interesting as another dinosaur for our Pterodon Knight, but we've got a couple things that care about vampires and hope to get more. I'm going to grab that here. Nice. Pretty easy Kitesail Freebooter. This is a 2-drop that I'm very happy to grab. And I think I'm going to be off the Waker of the Wilds plan at this point. Another Paladin is fantastic news. And now I could probably even cut this Pterodon Knight if I don't want to worry about dinosaurs. So I hope one of those white cards wheels. This is a really nice pickup for a Skullduggery. We don't have a ton of removal. I don't know why Contract Killing's still on the side. We don't have a ton of removal, right? We've got the Killing. We've got a good Trick, but that's about it. I do like this card a lot, but not here. And a Costly Plunder in this deck is actually not too bad, considering we'll have some 1/1s floating around or some 2/2s that have replaced themselves. So, looking like we'll be in black-white, but well, isn't that a Priest of the Awakening Sun? This is, again, not much else for us to take. If we end up with maybe a couple more Hammer Skulls, maybe I'll play it, but I think it's probably not worth it. Speak of the Devil. That's a nice little Late Hammer Skull for us. This card's very strong. So that also gives me hope that we're going to wheel one of the good white cards from that first pack, so making our Waker of the Wilds pick not super embarrassing. So this is looking like a good version of this deck. It needs more 2-drops. Needs more Conquistadors, but Double Paladin is really nice. And one more Vampire payoff would be nice. I mean, if we get the 1-drop that was in the first pack to wheel, then I think we'll be in business. Nice, we did. Which I'm going to take over the Emissary of Sunrise and over second Skullduggery. This is just a very, very strong card. I mean, flyers are also going to be great with Mavrin to make 1/1s with our evasive threats. I've already had 2 Sunrise Seekers in the board. I guess I'll grab Heartless Pillage. Could come in against some opponent. So I wonder if someone is timed out. Ooh, a Shining Aerosaur this late is a great pickup. No one's timed out. I definitely like that over the Queen's Agent. I've just found flying to be so strong in this format that a Cobbled Wings looks very good in most decks. And I value the Grazing Whiptail, which is the 4-mana 3/4 reach, pretty highly. I'm actually going to grab Costly Plunder over the Heartstopper here. I think I want that in this deck more than I want Heartstopper. So Grazing Riptail, which is the 3/4 reach dinosaur for 2 green. Shining Aerosaur is very strong. Oh, we just get out Heartstopper anyway. Well, this is pretty rare that after Aegisaur is not looking great for us, but after 2 packs that we've got a lot of playables. I mean, we could end up not playing, some of these, then we'd basically be fine. I could really think about playing this Pterodon Knight, especially now that I think we're going to be up to 4 dinosaurs. I think I will grab Steadfast Armasaur over Skullduggery number 2, though maybe Skullduggery number 2 is just better. This card is quite clunky. And it is a, yeah, I'm talking myself out of this Armasaur. Skullduggery number 2 is very strong. So I'm going to grab that here. Ooh, we've got another Deacon. We've got another Vanquish, or our first to Vanquish the week, and we don't have... So what's our removal? 2 Skullduggeries and a Contract Killing and a Sheltering Light as a trick. So I think unfortunately I have to grab Vanquish the week here. And I think Legion Conquistador should wheel. So that's 1 more for us. I'll grab Vanquish here over Deacon number 2, though I do want a Deacon. This is a nice opportunity to grab a Walk the Plank. I do not think Goring Ceratops is a very strong card. The fact that Vanquish the Week can kill it sort of puts a nail in the coffin for me. Deadeye Tormentor would be the pick for me over Walk the Plank if it weren't here. But I'm just going to grab another good removal spell. Now I feel pretty good about our removal suite. And I'm just going to look to pick up maybe a couple more Conquisties. Maybe 1 more Deacon would be nice. But I think we're set up pretty well for a nice little Vampire black-white deck. Oh, that is just perfect. Talk about a Vampire payoff. The inevitability of this card is so real. Another Vanquish, but I'm going to take the threat over the removal spell here. Okay. I'm going to actually take the threat over the removal spell here. We've got Contract Killing, Vanquish, and Walk the Plank. I think Triple Hammer Skull is very good, and it sort of pushes the Triple Hammer Skull plus Shining Aerosaur, I think, pushes Pterodon Knight into playability range. Cute. Wow. Emissary of Sunrise versus the Aerosaur. God, maybe I don't even need these garbage conquistadors. Maybe my deck is just strong without them. I guess just take the cheaper chicken here over the Aerosaur, but I do think this is quite strong. Just grab the Emissary. Nice. Oh, baby, a bishop? Okay. Well, these are now not getting cut. And we are going to play bishop. And sad to have Legion Conquistador in this pack, but I'm going to grab this one, and I think we're going to get a fourth one here. Pterodon Knight, get out of here. And that's, yeah, so we're going to get this one, and I think we're going to get another one here. 4 is pretty sweet. Wait, not this, oh, not here, but in the next pack, right? Yeah. All right. What are people calling this? How have they not come up with a Squadron Hawk name for this? So we have to make some cuts. Triple Hammer Skull, quadruple Conquistes. I guess Plunder can go. Heartstopper can go. It's pretty off theme. And maybe just cut Aerosaur. I mean, I don't need it. I could start with one Skullduggery in the board as well. Because it is bad against dinosaur decks. Let's take a foil mountain. Maybe I'm overvaluing this Aerosaur, but it just seems so strong to me. Yeah, alright. I think I'm going to run it like this. I would like Costly Plunder to be in the deck, but I just don't know what the cut should be for it. So I'm going to do this. Pretty thrilled about that Deathless Ancient as well. We do have a lot of double black, but it's not double black that we're trying to fire off early, so I'm going to lean 10-7 here. And see you for round 1.